Let's go, people. First show, episode 1, The Barber and the Better. It's my man Jet, the barber, and I'm the better. We know we in the barbershop. We're not trying to copy LeBron been in the barbershop. Matt Hoffa did the shop. We get it. That's cool. Respect to them. But we doing this out of necessity. My man already paying rent. We gotta use this bitch.
Facts.
With that being said, let's get underway. Check these games. We're gonna start tonight with 49ers and the Seahawks. 49ers minus 3.5. Over under 49.5. What you like, Jet?
I like the Seahawks to cover on this one, man. I like to take them with the 3.5. I just feel like a divisional game. They're coming off of a couple of bad losses, especially last week to the Giants. Nobody saw that coming. I know I didn't. And I'm feeling like, I don't know, I just feel like a division rivalry. They're going to play hard. They're at home. You know, that 12th man brings a lot of energy for them. And the Niners just haven't looked like they've been looking over the past couple of seasons. So that's why I feel like they can cover, and that's what I'm taking tonight.
And see, I feel like 49ers are going to cook them. Go 49ers, big, big, big. This whole year, it never happens how it's supposed to happen. None of the favorites are winning. Eventually, it's got to even out. The favorites are going to have to hit eventually. 49ers is a superior team, and the fact that nobody's giving the 49ers credit is now when you bet on them. That's my opinion.
I feel like the 49ers aren't getting the credit because they haven't earned the credit. We're looking at the 49ers as the team that they used to be. We're looking at last season. We're looking at the names on the jerseys. And the way that they've been playing just hasn't panned out. They had a great week 1 against the New York Jets team, who didn't have everything cooking. It's the first time the quarterbacks played in almost 1,000 days. They took advantage as they should have. But since then, all we've seen is hiccups. The only other game that we saw them play like the 49ers that we know them to be is against the Patriots. That's another bum-ass team. Every other challenge that has come across their way, I feel like they've stumbled across. And especially last week going against the Cardinals, another division game, it just didn't look the same. It didn't look like that team that we feared over the last few seasons.
Also, they played a big part of that game without a kicker. Who can win without a kicker? And the other thing is, you really gonna put your money on Glassjaw Gino? I mean, remember, this is the same guy who got his jaw broken by a teammate on the Jets. How much respect does the locker room have for this guy? And he's the same guy. Gino wins, he gives you a little fool's gold, but he's never gonna hit when you really need him. Look at Gino's record against the spread. Gino's all-time against the spread is 31, 34, and 3. That's trash. Brock Purdy, 16, 12, and 1. I think the 49ers cook them. I don't even think it's close. I think something like 31, 21, 31, 24. Let's go with 30. I'll go with 31, 21.
I'm taking the Hawks to cover. Niners is still win, but I'm taking the Hawks to cover. It's going to be 27-24. Because you know what happened when they tried to write Gino off. My boy ain't writing back. You know that. Let's go. Big Hawks, 3.5. Lock it in.
Lock it. You heard the man. Lock it in. We different here. And as far as we'll bring you a segment every day too. We asked the barbershop what they're thinking. You know, being that we're in the barbershop, so that way you can get a tiebreaker. Barbershop's on the 49ers majority. So there you go, 2-1. Just see what happens. Next, let's go to the props and break down what you like. What are you thinking for the props?
I'm looking at anytime tutties. I'm looking at Debo at plus 120. I'm looking at Kenneth Walker minus 120. I'm looking at DK for a long tutty at plus 150. And I'm looking at Jordan Mason for a tutty because they got the run game on lock. That's one thing that they have consistently been very good at. And I do think that he'll take one to the house tonight.
What I'm thinking for tonight, I originally liked Kittles. Everyone's saying Kittles. That's what's scaring me. If you go through your feed, everybody says Kittles is the lock. Kittles did it this many games. Kittles did it. And everybody knows in gambling, every time everybody says it's going to happen, it don't happen.
Gotta fade the public.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Kittles goes over his under. I'm not saying to take the under, but I'm just staying away from it myself. I'm going with a parlay of Jackson Smith and Jigba over 46.5 yards. They're going to have to pass it. They're going to be losing. Everybody's going to have all the attention is going to be on DK. Jackson Smith should go over that easy. He's getting a 40% target share this season. That should be easy. Second leg, Ayuk over 64.5 receiving yards. Ayuk is the man there. Everybody knows that. This is basically going to be like his second game. He missed the whole preseason, so he didn't play anything. So he's just starting to get back with Purdy. The last leg I think is my favorite pick of them all. Charbonnet over 13.5 receiving yards. Charbonnet has gone over this every single week. Week 1, 2 catches, 29 yards. Week 2, 5 catches, 31 yards. Week 3, 3 catches, 16 yards. Week 4, 5 catches for 39 yards. And week 5, 3 catches for 19 yards. So even with Kenneth Walker in the lineup or not, he still eats in the passing game. It seems like an easy money for me. $100 to win $500. Lock it up.
And then for the Big Bet Jet Thursday night Hail Mary, we got 6 legs with the 30% profit boost from FanDuel. You turn it into $46.90. You can turn $10 into 469 bangers. We got Seahawks plus 3.5, 12th man go. We got Debo for 50 plus receiving yards. Because even though Brandon Ayuk may be the focus of the receiving core, Debo's still known to take a slant to the house. And with that being said, we got Debo for an anytime tutty. We got Kenneth Walker for an anytime tutty. Kenneth Walker for 25 receiving yards, because like you said, if they're going to be playing from behind, they're going to be throwing that rock. And then we got Brock Purdy for over 13.5 rushing yards, because again, I think they're going to have to lean on that run game because the team just hasn't been what it's been over the past few years. So lock that in, turn $10 into $469, and thank me later. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the first episode. Many more to come. This is The Barber. This is The Better. And lock in with us, man. We're here to make some money, baby, and talk sports. Holla at your boys.
Let's eat.